Hello YouTube and welcome to Indespised video from me. Yes, no stream here today. We are just up this new favourite Pokemon thing I've only just heard about and thought, hey, why not do it? Literally had was watching someone stream and they were talking about it, and then good old Sonic, but at that moment purely coincidentally sent me the link to it. So let's just go through every type, favourite of every type of every generation, and then our overall favourites. So I better start then. Well, Gen 1. Now there's a lot of decent on across every generation, but Gen 1 normal time. So I thought one might think Eevee because of the Adventures of Grey, but I also do love myself a Snorlax. However, recently there is a third and one that's actually crept in, and that's another than Eradicate. I just love it, how powerful it actually is, and just how, I guess, overlooked it generally is, along with the normal type in general. But here, moving on to Gen 1 Fire types. I'm just going to put Ninetales here because it's Ninetales. No offense to Charizard and all that, but Ninetales, hands down. Now, Water type significantly more generous options. And this is actually quite hard because I don't really think about water types, especially Gen 1 water types, but I think I'm probably, I think I'm going to be Gyarados because it's Gyarados. Pretty simple there. Grass types. I do quite like myself some Vileplume. I'll give him that. Down to electric. Ooh. Gotta be Raichu. That's a pretty easy one, to be fair. Ice. Ooh. Gen 1 ice types. Very few. Between Dugong and Lapras, to be fair, I think it's going to be Dugong. I mean, I have spent some time trying to shiny hunt it, so I just spent some time being this Pikachu trying to shiny hunt it. Fighting Gen 1. It's gonna have to be Hitmonchan. I've used this mon in a few teams now, and it is just, I just like using it. Oh dear. Ooh. Gotta be the king. But the king don't win this one because this one goes to Golem. Golem? Whatever. I think that boy's gonna end up with a few places on this. But ooh, favourite flying. Oh, don't get me wrong. There's a lot here. I mean, everyone loves their Scythers. We've got Gyarados on there. Golbat's not good, but I think we all know that at some point we're gonna have Crobat on the list. I think Charizard can have a favourite flying, to be fair. Psychic. Ooh, I think that's gonna have to be Alakazam. I mean, it's Alakazam. I know we've already got two trade ones on here, but they're just cool and powerful. Hence why the original, the evolution for them is trading. They're, Game Freak can't see, but they're enticing people to try and connect with each other, and that's the only way you get the powerful ones. Although with bugs, don't get me wrong, there's 3 other decent, and to be fair, Pinsir's not bad, but it's gotta be Scyther here. Rock type. Ooh. I want to click on him again, but to ensure just a bit of variety, we're going to go, to be fair, we can easily switch those two. But for Ghost, well, we'll just go Gengar. Dragon, fully evolved Dragon Knight. Dark, missing mo. Steel, well, only one option there. Fairy, ooh. I'm gonna say Clefable because in Gen 8, my first, and I think this is probably my first proper shiny that I've found myself, was a Cleffa in my second playthrough of Sword and Shield. I just went up to a one of the dens and it was just a shiny Cleffa right there. Okay, now Eevee gets to place as the starter for Gen 1 because Vegetable Grey. Love that series. Favourite gimmick form? Ooh, now a lot of these are pretty cool. But I think it's just got to be G-Max Blastoise. I absolutely love that. Yeah. Favourite legendary? To be fair, I don't really feel much for these. I'm just going to go Mewtwo. And out of these, I think my favourite is the King. So on to Gen 2. Favourite normal type? Ooh, that's tough. To be fair, I think it's probably gonna have to be Urstring. This needs to want it's Quilava. I just love Quilava. It's getting 2 spots already. We're just going to give that spot because, no offense to every other fire type there from Gen 2, it doesn't match up to Quilava for me. And for water types, ooh, I do love myself some Lantern. Then grass. I think out of these options, it's probably. I will admit, I do quite like Meganium. Like, out of those options, it probably has to be Meganium being the best. Ooh, this is a tough one. But Ampharos. Sneeze was cool. But but I think both Gen 4, I'm going to say Sneasel because I like that 9 as well. Plus I have a shiny one. But just because we're not going to get it in Gen 4. Unfortunately, Weavile is probably not going to make it. Could do Under Dark. But still. Gen 2 fighting type. It's got to be the Cross. As much as, like, I do love Hitmontop. It's got to be, yeah. Gromat. Easy. Done. Next. Now, this is a tough one. I think I've got to say Donphan. The fact that its rollout animation in the first movie is just so cool. So that's an easy one. There's a few options from here because we could give Crobat back. But I love Skarmory, I love Gligar. I do love the super, I love their evolutions more. Oh, I think I'll go Gligar. Or do I go Skarmory? I'll go Gligar. Psychic. I think this is a pretty easy one for me. And that's an easy one as well. T-Tar, because it's T-Tar. Don't we have a choice there? Or there. Dark types is yum. Don't get me wrong, I love the dark type in general, but steel type. I think I'll give a shout out to Steelix. Fairy type, for the same reason as the Fable getting clever. Don't get me wrong, I love Azumarill, but I think it's more just of how useful Azumarill can be as well. Ooh. Which mega do I like the best? They're all pretty cool. You know what? We'll do it this way, that way Steelix gets a spot and Scummy, because I do like them both. Favourites has to be Suicune. Then favourite overall, I think, as much as I love all of these, it's got to be Quilava. I mean, it's appeared twice on here, so this is an easy one for me because it's pretty much just me. I do often nickname my slack-offs after myself. So, favourite fire type. I know because in ground type I love my camera ups. But, yeah, I'm going to camera ups. Don't know, I love Blaziken as well, and it'll probably end up as my favourite fighting, but I just want to say Milotic, because for me that's quite cool. Sharpedo's up there. Crawdon's not far behind. Wolverine's awesome. Swampert awesome. I'll probably end up making Swampert my favourite starter though. So we're gonna go Milotic. Favourite grass type. Ooh. Credidity has really grown on me over the last, it's like couple of years. I mean, it's really, really grown on me. Electric, Manectric, Ice, Wolverine, Fighting. Ooh, this is a tough. No, it's Brillium's cool, but Blaziken. Favourite poison, Roselia. Ground. Ooh, I completely forgot about Claydol. Flying. For me, that's. I mean, I used to really love Swallow. The Pelipper's actually quite cool as well. Swallow. Ooh, Psychic. I think it's an easy one, to be fair. I mean, Claydol, I love Claydol. Maybe slightly more than Gardevoir, but I do want to try and not double up if I can. He says having doubled up with, technically tripled up with Quilava, but yeah. Favourite Gen 3 bug? I think it's got to be Armaldo. Rock type. I mean, Aggron is pretty damn cool. Favourite ghost? Ooh. Okay, that's a tough one. I mean, it's because they're all roughly. It's all those types which I don't really have much of a connection with. So I think it's probably gonna be Dusclops. There we go. Favourite dragon, Flygon. Dark type, Absol, easy. My favourite mon overall. Favourite steel type, Metagross, yeah. Fairy. Gardevoir's back again, so there's a different ground type I could put here. So we'll do it like that. Yeah, because I do love my Swampert. Favourite starter? Damn it. I mean, don't know, like Sceptile I always thought was just awesome and cool. Yeah, we'll put Sceptile. Ooh. Well, it's got to be Mega Absol because I do love myself an Absol. Favourite legendary? I'm gonna have to take a page out of my good friend Zeus's book with this one. Okay, on to Gen 4. So I'll be talking about Absol all day. Let's love that. Ooh, this is... I really love myself an Ambipom. When it comes to normal types, Fire type, easy. Infernape is one of my favourite starters. Favourite Water type, ooh, I don't really mind which Glacial form I get. It's like if I could put both forms up there, I would. But yeah. To be fair, there's 3 options here. Like Gen 4 is going to be one of my hardest. It's definitely one of my tougher ones because I love Leafeon, but I also love Torterra. But we'll come back to that a bit later. See if this... Yeah, we'll put Leafeon in for now, but I might come back to that. This is... oh... okay, this is difficult. We'll say Glaceon. Favourite fighting type? I love Infernape, but I also do like myself a good Toxicroak. Ooh, yeah, that's earlier. That's right, even. What we'll do... okay, I see how we do. I usually feel on teams with the likes of these two. Like I even used Gardevoir on. Oh, but I like my Torterra. Your Torterra can be favourite starter because it is a very close call between those two. Flying is Glide Score, easy. Favourite Psychic? Ooh. I mean, Galade's always been cool. Mega. Favourite Rock? Ooh. I'll go with the big boy. For me, it's always been Drifblim, just a nice balloon. Garchomp, easy. Ooh, this is actually a tough one. I'll go with our here. Favourite Steel and Empoleon. Favourite Fairy. I think that's everyone looking for. Yeah. Favourite starter Torterra. Ooh, well for me it's Garchomp. Hands down. Garchomp is my favourite Gen 4 mon and my second favourite overall, and I would have put it for ground, but Gen 4 is just full of just really awesome mon that I love. Um, favorite legend for me is Darkrai. Now on to Gen 5, which is probably going to be a bit quicker because I don't really have a connection with too many of these. I've been able to make a connection later on, but Gen 5 I've never finished it. And I've only been able to play it via lots of legitimate means, aka like emulators and stuff, so I think I do have a copy of Black. I've just never completed it. I think it's gotta be Chinchino. I think that's yeah, I'll probably get some names wrong. I think it's gonna be Chandelier. Don't go on like Volgrunner, but that's probably make its returning bug. Water. I think my favourite one's probably Jellicent. Favourite grass type, I think this one is definitely superior because I don't really, again, I don't have as much a connection with most of these. Ooh. To be fair, a lot of them do. There are a lot of cool, like Zebstrike, it's awesome. Electros is just like because it's Electros. I wish Stunfisk were cooler for the representative electric ground. It kind of sucks. I love Galvantula, so we'll go Galvantula. I've got a bit more of a connection with that one. Yeah. Favourite Gen 5 ice type? Beartic. Just like really cool. Ooh, favourite fighting type. I quite like Manshao. Yeah, this is, don't really want I like Trubs and that, but it's gotta beat. Ooh. What other bits do we have for Dark? So we'll do Crocodile for Dark and Excadrill. Favourite flying from Gen 5? Yeah, we'll probably just get a blitz through these. Doing my Ridiculous. Favourite bug? No Corona. Ooh, Gigalith though. So what we'll do. Ghost. As much as I like Golurk. Chandler. Ooh, favourite dragon. I think it's got to be Hydreigon. It's just ahead of Haxorus for me. Steel types. I do quite like Bishop. Not as much as I like Excadrill, but I don't really have a choice there. Superior again. So I just come back and it's like, yeah, there's not really any that I really care about. Gmax, Garbodor, favourite legendary. Do I have to pick here? We'll go Victini. Victini's cool. I think it's probably going to be Scorpede for this one. Gen 6, this is when I came back into Pokemon. Because I sort of finished with Diamond, and then by the time Gen 2 remakes came out, Gen 2 remakes and Platinum came out, I was not really into Pokemon anymore, so yeah, Diggersby. This one's got a bit better for me. Delphox. I like how it's putting gimmick forms in, because of course this is the like the mega forms, because this is when they were introduced. Micro Ninja. Yeah, Trevenant. Helios, I've actually used Helios more than I've used the Danae. That's pretty easy there. Amogus, not really much choice. I'm trying to stay away from clicking Megas. They're fighting Pangoro. I do actually quite like a Dragalge anyway, so. Favourite ground type? Either. I guess Diggsby's just going back then. Is there a different normal type I could pick? Not really, because I don't really care about Furfu or the Pyro line. For favourite flying. Ooh, I do quite like Noivern. Might end up picking that later for Dragon. I forget what dragons came out in Gen 6, so. Malamar. Favourite bug type. Okay, which version of villain do I like the most? You know, I'll pick the one I can get easily in Scarlet Violet. Favourite rock type, Tarantian. Favourite ghost, Dust Sword. Favourite dragon. Yeah. Nothing's to Gudra, but Noivern has always been one I loved. I consider the fact that the one of these is going to get another shout out. Is there not a better psychic type? There we go. Just to spread out a bit more. There we go. I don't like any of these enough to put them in 2 categories, to be fair, so. Ooh, fairies though. Oh no, I always like Daisy's Floette. Just because it looked different and cool. Now, this is a tough one for me. Because I've never really been a fan of the Chestnut line. And go Delphox. Well, considering the fact that none of these are technically Gen 6 ones that got Gigamic forms. Which is, I find quite interesting. No Gen 6 mon has ever been given a Mega form. Or even another form in general. You know, this is a generation that introduced gimmick forms. And none of its mon have ever got one. I find that quite interesting. You know, they had to do different gimmicks. I mean, okay, Gen 7 gave us Z-moves, but still like a gimmick. And since then, every mon's been able to use the gimmick except Gen 6. Gen 6 has never been able to use its own gimmick. Because you can use Z-moves, Dynamax, and Terraforms on every. Terrestrializing on every mon. I think the only Gen 8 ones that you couldn't use your own gimmick on were the box art legendaries. Just saying. So I guess for this one, well, it's Absol's a choice, so. Oh, sorry, there is one that could Mega, and that was a event legendary. Favorite Gen 6 mon. That's to be fair, it's probably one of these 3. Then again, Digsby pretty much Digsby appeared twice, so it can appear a third time. Okay, normal types. Silvally. I use a lot of Silvally in Gen 8. So, favourite fire type? The big cat. I'm a fan of wrestling, so there you go. Favourite WhatsApp? I do quite like Wishy Washy. It's pretty cool. Big Tree. Ooh, favourite electric. Alolan Raichu. Alolan Ninetales. Favourite fighting. Beware. Favourite poison. Mudsdale. For ground. What do we want? Oh, favourite flying. I'm not really a fan of any of these. We'll go with Toucan. It doesn't really get much love. Favourite psychic. I guess Alolan Raichu's making a comeback, because... Yeah, to be fair. I know, we'll save like for favourite electric and Aquanin for favourite bug. To be fair, it's probably one of the generations that's provided more than one decent bug type. Favourite rock? Ooh, I do like myself some Lycan rocks. Now, if I'm don't get me wrong, I wanted to click Alolan Golem, but I've never actually used one. Favourite ghost? Mimikyu. Favourite dragon will go Kumo. Dark type. Well, that dark. We've got that for Gen 1 and that dark for Gen 2. Favourite steel type of Gen 7. Alolan Sandslash. Easy for me to say. Favourite fairy type? I will say Primarina here. Again, no offense to people or Decidueye itself, I've never been a fan, so, but I'm clicking. It is close between Incineroar and Primarina. Yeah, there wasn't too many fire types to choose from. For a region that had a literal volcano in. Like there's plenty of decent fire areas, but we don't get many actual volcanoes. We had a literal volcano and didn't actually get many fire types. Oh yes, gimmick forms, aka a mega and a Alolan forms. Well, and then whatever full the Cosmos is classed as. I think we'll go for the super colourful Mug. Okay, favourite legend. Oh, Silvally there. That's easy. Yeah, I think Silvally is my favourite. Yeah. Favourite from Gen 10. On to Gen 8. Okay. Obstagoon. I think it's a bit closer to some of the others, but... Favourite fire type. That's easily Cinderace. Oh, I've got to start scrolling down now. We'll go Dreadnought. Favourite grass type? Well, there really wasn't many Gen 8 grass types, were there? It's in the fact that for grass type, when these are... Oh god. Oh yeah. I know you can get other grass types from other generations. But it's a good job you can, because... That's that, what? 1, 2, 3 evolution lines are actually Gen 8. Gotta get rid of Boom then. Favourite electric type? Easily Toxtricity. Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure I've used more Boltons. Favourite ice type? I'm not sure here. I guess we'll go with G-Max Snappers. I've actually used it in like the odd playthrough in that, so favourite Gen 8 fighting type? I think it's probably gonna have to be Single Strike Shifu. Do quite like using that boy. Favourite poison type? I do quite like the Weezing with the top hats. Favourite ground type? Okay, the Beyblade Snake, or the regional form that is now impossible to evolve. Oh, and then of course Stunfisk. Yeah, this doesn't provide many great options for ground types, but considering the fact that I actually used this in my run, in my ground type streamed run all way back when. Favourite flying type? I guess that's Corviknight. Favourite psychic types? Ooh. I think I'm going to say Halloween here. Favourite bug? Set Scorch. Then just click on, click G-Max. So click number 1. Favourite rock type? Colossal. Favourite ghost? I'm gonna say his Hisuian Zoroark. Want a dragon? Dragapult. Favourite dark type? Obstagoon makes a reappearance. So for normal we'll say Greedent instead. Because as much as I like Obstagoon, I don't like it that much to put in two separate slots. Favourite steel type? I do quite like Berserker, because it was, these two were a different take on the regional forms, actually getting a different evolution. Well, same with Rutnurigus. So Gen 8 actually introduced, you could have a regional form that evolves into something different rather than a regional form of an old mon. Favourite fairy? I'll say Grimmsnarl. Yeah. Ooh, actually this one. Favourite star? Hisuian Typhlosion. I'm sorry, it allowed me to have a Quilava again. Oh, favourite gimmick form? Okay, what's my favourite G-Max / regional form? Beyblade. Favourite legendary? Ooh. Unfortunately, it's nothing from Legends Arceus. Didn't realise Cubfruit technically counted as a legendary. To be fair, but just because I had shield instead of sword, we'll go with Zamazenta. And my favourite Gen 8 Mon. We'll say Hisuian Zorak, because it's just cool. That's a good point. I need to get I still got a bit of time to get the Hisuian Zorak in Gen 9. To be fair, I could probably, as long as I get it by the time we do Grey Adventure Season 3, which I should do. We'll do then. Speaking of Gen 9, time to decide our favourite Gen 9 ones of each type. Oh no, I do quite like Mousehold. That has actually quite grown on me. Fair fire type. Skeledirge. Favourite water. How can one argue against Dondozo? Favourite grass type. Meowscarada simply because it was a pain to deal with when doing my initial run with Skeledirge. Favourite electric. Kilowattrel. Favourite ice type. What else is Titan? Favourite fighting. Great Tusk. Poison. It's the Sire, baby. We finally acquired him. Favourite ground. I'll go to school. Because to be fair, while I use these two a lot, like Clodsire and Great Tusk, throughout playthroughs and stuff, I like to spread the love. Favourite flying type, Flamigo, easy. Favourite psychic, we'll go on Rouge. Favourite bug, not really a great set of options there. Because we use many, so we'll go low kicks because it's the coolest. Favourite rock, we'll go with the living stack of salt. Ooh, ghost. Just because I'm actually torn between three of them. Torn between Surledge, the Primeape Evolution, Annihilape, and Goldengo. I gotta go Annihilape. Favourite dragon? To be fair, Bascano is not really. I don't care for it. But this new Walking Wake is pretty cool, so it can have that spot. Favourite dark type? Well, it's the Sad Boy. My positive. Favourite Steel. King Gambit is there. Actually, King Gambit, sorry Sad Boy. But then Goldengo can have the Steel type. Favourite fairy? Flalamain. Skeledirge is easily the favourite starter. Ooh, gimmick form they've gone with. Technically Wiglet and isn't a form. These aren't forms. You'd been better off using this for the Paradox forms. That's the only issue I've got with this so far. It's like this shouldn't be. Well, these are fine because these for our actual forms. These are not forms. They are different Pokemon that just looks similar to existing Pokemon. That's all it is. Convergent evolution is. This should be being used for other things, but still. So in that case, to be fair, I did, just because I'm actually running it in mine and Sonic's playthrough. We'll go Water, Tauros, favourite legendary. I guess walking. To be fair, I did quite like. Is it Tinglu, the ground type one? That was pretty cool. Ground type with the ruined guys. Skeleton. Easily my favourite Gen 9 one so far. Now, my favourite normal type overall is Slanking. Favourite fire type, Quilava. Favourite water type, Gastrodon. Favourite grass, Leafeon. Favourite of the electric, Electivire. Electivire's always just been cool. So, favourite ice type, Glaceon, hands down. Favourite fighting, I'm gonna say Great Tusk. Ooh, now we've got a battle between the King, the Crobat. The King, Crobat's Golden Pete for top. For my favourite of the poison types I've selected. Ooh, this is actually a tough one. Because I love all three. I actually like all three. Like, legitimately, I just like all three. Oh, this is tough. Oh. And to be fair, there's nothing against all the other poison types I've said. I mean, I would quite happily, I think at some point, like between some of the upcoming seasons, I do kind of want to do a poison type run, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I could probably get a team of some of these on Sword and Shield, because they're more accessible there. Just signing with a Budu isn't bad, because I think you can get a Budu quite easily. Or do I have to wait for? I can still get Roselia quite easily anyway. I know where that spawns. I can get some of these actually quite easily. Might have to get a couple of eggs for the King and Crobat. But that's fine. Yeah, eggs for these three wouldn't be terrible. Could get coughing egg as well. We'll see. Might end up doing a poison egg run on Scarlet. Oh no, Sword and Shield at some point. But it's got to be the King. I've used the King so much. So, favourite of the ground types I've selected. Ooh, because of course he's got to jump his dragon. Oh, it's got to be Mamoswine. Favourite flying, Gliscor. Psychic is Clado. Bug. I do quite like myself a Crustle, because when I do occasionally play Unite, Crustle is one of my mains, I'll admit. Favourite rock type? Ooh. I am actually running a T-Tar on Scarlet Violet, on my Scarlet bit at the minute. But then again, just so many good choices. It's like, if I could have a nice chunk of number of these on the same game. Like, to be fair, I could probably do a rock type run on there as well. That's like, once I'm hoping we get a few more. I know we can get Rockruff. So like, if we could have access to like fossils and some other rock type ones on Scarlet and Violet, then I could do it there. But at the minute it's very limited. There's going to be Cheetah. Favourite ghost. Ooh. Of the ones I've selected. Hisuian. Zoroark. Favourite dragon. Garchomp. Done. Next. Favourite dark type. Absol. Done. Next. Favourite steel type. Metagross. Done. Next. Favourite fairy. Ooh. Yeah, I am a sucker for Gardevoir. Favourite star of the stars I've picked. Oh, just say I would click Eevee because of that, but at the same time, it's like, if I wasn't trying to be fair, I'd have probably put Infernape in this, but because I didn't have anywhere else to put Leafeon. To be fair, I've had Glava, so we'll say Torterra, because I do love myself a Torterra. Favourite forms? Well, it's appeared twice, so let's have it appear thrice. It's Mega Absol. Favourite legendary? That's Silvally. And my favourite overall, as I've said a couple times, don't get me wrong, Garchomp is a very, very close second. But it is Absol. Now we move down here. So before we do the team, we'll finish off on that. Favourite regional bird? For me, it's Tail. I do love myself Starly, I'm sorry. I do quite like Staraptor over Swallow. If Swallow had a final form or third form, I would probably like it a bit more, but still. Favourite mammal? Well, of course it's going to be Rat Power. Yeah. Although we will be seeing every single one of these in the coming seasons of well, either in this season or the coming seasons of Adventures of Greater. Do not worry. Favourite regional bug? As much as I like Ariados, Venipede does beat it out quite handily. Favourite pseudo? Well, we've already spoken about the Chomp. I am going to have to say Alolan and Raichu is my favourite quote-unquote Pikachu clone. Favourite evolution? I am gonna have to say it is a close one between Glaceon and Umbreon. Leafeon's an easy third. Favourite fossil? Cradily. Again, I've just grown to love this thing. I know at first I didn't like it. It was always Armaldo, but in recent years I've grown to love Cradily. What's that favourite regional form? You know, instead of Pikachu clone, because it's not a good clone, we'll go Mimikyu, because that is quite literally a clone. Or trying to copy Pikachu, which I find cute, and it's cool. Favourite Gigantamax form? Bit surprised if not put favourite Mega on here. Yeah, no favourite Mega. Interesting. But favourite G-Max, this is tough. It's Beyblade, isn't it? There's reason we put it there. Yeah, so favourite box art, legendary. Ooh. Well, Evitar. It's the only one that actually made it onto the respective lists. Oh, then yeah. I mean, Suicune was actually the first one I did. I never actually played Emerald for Rayquaza, but yeah, so it'd probably be Evitar or Suicune, then Rayquaza. Favourite mythical? Darkrai. Ultra Beasts. Naganadel. Naganadel? Whatever you want to call it. Great Task. Favourite type? Just is ground. I've always loved ground type, despite having Absol's my favourite overall. If you look along here, if you look at just along my favourites of each type, you'll see a lot of ground types, so Gastrodon, Great Task, Nidoking, Hammerswine, Gliscor, Claydol, Garchomp, and Torterra. Of course, there's Krookodile in there, you got Excadrill in there, both. It's like, this is quite easily my favourite, but I'd happily run this team. Of course, I'd probably have to switch it, someone else with Garchomp, but still. Favourite Pokemon? Ooh. Oh, what about, I've always loved the Lurble. Ever since Gen 2 when it was introduced. Favourite Spinder? We're going to keep randomising until I find one I like. Yeah, that one will do. Favourite villain? Pretty sure I made that up somewhere, yeah. There's a favourite bug of Gen 6. Favourite Alcremie? Well, we'll just go G-Max, it's a full-on cake. Now for our team. Oh, it randomly picks them. Oh, then a Pokemon from the grid. Absol. Garchomp. I've actually... Ooh, I've got a Gastrodon in there, because Gastrodon can be really useful. Gliscor covers for Gastrodon. I'm going Fernape. Just to make sure that we're not, just because we're well, I've been like Steven, because while everyone says he's like a steel type specialist, only half his team is steel type. So we're going to take in that sort of bit where, as much as I want to click one of these three, and then we just go Sylvanic, because, yeah. I can build some of this in some games. I can't build all of it in one game, so yes. Thank you, ladies. So again, this is my final bit. I'd go through it, but this is already going to be a long enough video as is. So, yeah, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you've made it this far. And, yeah. I don't forget the notification bell. I will potentially. I don't know when I'm going to put this out, to be fair, so. Just trying to think when I'd put this out. This is probably coming out next week at some point, so yeah. You can. Yeah. Just. Yeah, so don't forget to go watch, and if you've not been watching The Adventures of Grey, then I do suggest, then I would like to recommend you go do so. The first few episodes, I understand there was potentially a bit of audio issue there, just because I hadn't sorted out my game audio compared to my voice. And no one in the chat decided to tell me. Well, no one in the live chat told me, so. Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and all that, and I will catch you next time. Later.